Hello and welcome to a review of the Kia Rio. This is the graphite edition, the diesel CRDI 1.5. This is a 60 plate model that we're looking at, and I just wanted to show you just some of the features that comes with this car if you were looking at maybe purchasing one of these for yourself. You can see that they've changed the dash quite a lot with a red background and also white instrumentation which lights up at night. Now obviously it's the daytime, so this won't really show. You haven't got the LED driving lights on this car, but you may just be able to see slightly there the difference with me putting the side lights on and off there. There's no indication that you are using the side lights or the dip beam. The only thing that you've got to show you is on the stalk here with the arrow. There's no cluster lights, green lights, as you would get on some models. Just down to the left hand side we have front fog lights and rear fog light as well, and just a storage section there for whatever you want, tissues in this case. Down towards the door you've got electric mirror control, a quick lock button. Also for the windows in the back, you can switch those off if you like. Auto down on the driver's side, and full electric windows. The horn is part of the steering wheel. On the other stalk, we've got the rear view washer and wiper, and also the front controls, which also has variable speed on the front wipers too. Worth noting that if you are thinking of getting a Kia, the indicators are on the right hand side, which takes some getting used to. The new Kia, however, that they have just brought out on the 61 plate, they've reverted back to the indicators being on the left hand side. You've also got headlight adjustment here and a nice selection of air vents. One thing that I do like is that you've got these central air vents on the Kia Rio there. Nice clock, clear. The radio, they've actually started putting in their own radio now, but a few years back on the Kia Rio there was an aftermarket version which did look a bit tatty, to be honest. But you can see here that we've got our selection of stations, which are quite clear. You get 3 FM bands, and it's all very clear to see what's going on. You've got RDS, you've got the frequency that you're on as well, which is also quite handy, and also the program type showing up there. You also get AM, and reception of AM is very good, very clear. No engine noise, as you would expect. CD player plays MP3, and you get a light to let you know whether you've got a CD in place. All the other features that you'd expect with the FM radio. And you can flick through the folders of the MP3 disc as well. Now, it's interesting to note that further down on the car, sticking with the audio side for a second, we have USB and auxiliary port. Now, the Kia Rio does actually come with a iPod adapter, so this simply plugs in down here, and then this plugs into your iPod, which will actually enable you to control your iPod from the stereo itself. You'll get artist and title information, and you can scroll folders as you would be able to on the iPod, which is obviously very good if you're driving. Although I am an iPod owner, I actually prefer to plug it in using the audio jack and also having music on a USB. I feel that you get the best of both worlds with that. And you can control both of those inputs via the aux button on the radio. Now, something else which is quite nice about the aux button is that you have separate volume controls. You can see that we're on the auxiliary in at the moment, and if we switch to the USB, we've actually got a different level of volume there. So if your USB stick was louder, for example, than your iPod, you can control them both independently. That one is on volume 2, whereas the auxiliary is on volume 13. So they control independently, as does the radio and the CD as well, which is a nice touch that I haven't seen in a car actually since owning a Volkswagen some years ago. The FM presets are very clear. Just below that, what appears to be a card holder or a parking ticket holder. If you're going into a car park, you normally put the ticket between your lips and then find that it's got stuck to your lip. It's quite painful to pull off. That's quite a handy thing to put them there. Obviously hazard lights and the rear view heater as well. Each ventilation unit has a on and off dial. Then we get to the air conditioning, which is standard on the Graphite. These controls actually light up red as well, which is a feature of the Graphite. Hot, cold, air conditioning, recirculation, max aircon, and then your standard blower 1 to 4 there. Apart from that, you have ESP control for the various conditions on the road. You also have a 12 volt adapter here, which you can use to charge the iPod. It's also got a clip to keep it looking tidy. And in here, some extra storage. So, again, a nice touch. Keep things in. Gearbox, although not leather, the bottom part is. And then you've got 2 handy cup holders and a rather large bottle holder at the back as well. So, all in all, it is a very nice car. I've been pretty impressed with this one since my time of owning. One other button that I will show you briefly is the trip button. That simply adjusts your miles from A counter to B counter and your total miles. The petrol gauge is also very clear to see as well. And this car does, on average, around 500 to 530 miles to a tank. This is a 60 plate Kia Rio UK spec. It's worth noting that these blanked out buttons here would be heated seats in some countries, but obviously not in the UK. That's it. Thank you for watching.